Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I saw it. I saw this comment when I was doing the thing, and I'm like, what do I have to say about this? Hamid, big up Hamid. Can't wait to hear from my favorite Arsenal fan, Mo. Well, Hamid, at this point, I wish I'm an Arsenal fan.
Hamid is the best.
Why? What happened?
He's sending you so many
Hamid, I
things.
wish I'm an Arsenal fan, bro. If I can fake it to be an Arsenal fan, I would have eclipsed the majority of Arsenal out there, and I would have been on 200,000 subscribers.
Do you think you could have handled 20 years of wilderness, though? Like, not all Arsenal fans have made it since the.
I
the
did
good old-
Are you mad? This guy saw Juve win 10 in a row.
I saw Juventus win 10 leagues in a row.
Equivalent of Spurs winning 10 in a row. bro.
Imagine, can you handle Spurs winning 10 leagues in a row?
Isn't AC Milan your Spurs?
No. Juventus is our Spurs.
Okay.
Like, if I can fake the, I swear the love for Arsenal as people claim, I would have been on 200K easy with my watch-alongs brought me to like 200K easily. You know what I mean? Like simple, like, but I can't. The problem with that, Martin, is that people think that I'm defending Arsenal because I love them, while I was defending Liverpool. And I explained why, because I feel like Arsenal currently are the underdogs of the English football. I know that you don't like it. You are the underdogs. And there is reality to it. You are the team that haven't won a league title to the longest out of the top 5. You are the team with the longest serving manager without a league title. You are the team without a Champions League. You are the underdogs of the. With all due respect to all Arsenal fans, you are the underdogs of the top 5. You are. I don't consider Spurs as a top club. Let's just establish this before someone says, it's Spurs, Mo. Well, I never seen in my lifetime Spurs win a league title, and I don't think I will ever see them win a league title. So Spurs for me are big because they had Vertonghen and Dembele and Harry Kane and Youngman's son. Yani, that's about it, to be honest. Spurs are mediocre, to be honest with you. And no one noticed that I'm wearing the Chelsea thing, actually.
Yeah, I did just now, actually. I looked as you were saying.
And guys, if you want to get your top, last day for MHF 15, right next to me here, MHF 15, go to okjersey.com, MHF 15, this is the last day for it. You get 15% if you want to get your tops.
What year is that Chelsea jersey from?
This is not a jersey, actually. This is a training kit. It's a training kit. It's right here.
Oh, it's got a sponsor. It must be a training kit.
It's a training kit. Yeah. It's not a jersey. It's actually a long sleeve as well. It's a training kit. Yeah. So that's
I think
about
that
it.
just on that point, like we might actually be underdogs, but we're not acting like underdogs. We're leading from the front in every
No, but you
situation.
are the underdog. Okay, I know that you are favorites to win the league this season, but you are the underdog club. Okay, Leicester City, when they were top of the league and winning every game, at that time, they were. I'm sorry to make that example. I know it's insulting to Arsenal fans, but Leicester City, even though they were favorites to win the league that time, Leicester City were the underdogs, right?
Yeah,
Even
but
though they are favorites
we're
to
not
that season.
Leicester City though. I don't know whether people.
I know
can
you
use
are
that.
not. I'm just giving an example. I know I'm giving an example. I'm
Have
just
you not
giving
seen City fans trying to be the underdog right now? Like they're
They are the underdogs this season, 100%. In terms of like guys, in terms of this season's context only, City are the underdogs this season. They are in the you are because there's only one. They're not the underdogs. They are in the favorite. They are second favorite to third favorite. You know what I mean?
They should. I feel like they should be the favorite every year, like based on 10 years form, right?
Do you think City have the best team?
I think that they should have. Just if you look at the money that they've spent really recently, they should really refresh their team. They should have some of the best players available in world football and the best manager and all of the facilities. There's no real reason why they shouldn't be winning every year. But I was just watching Vader on another show, and he was saying that like, I don't know, he doesn't feel pressure. Like the way that he's talking about the game against Liverpool, if they lose, it's not the end of the world. Like everything's just like la di da for City. So I'm just wondering who's the underdog and who's the oppressor in this situation.
Oh, do you think when Martin says like they should be favorites every year that he's exaggerating, or do you think there's an element of truth to it?
No, this year City should not have been the favorites, and they are not the favorites now. And I said it before. There is way less pressure on City than on Arsenal. City, I said that it's not a free hit season, but there is way more pressure on Arsenal to win the league this season than Manchester City.
Right now or from the beginning?
But don't you feel there's such
From
a
the
gap
beginning,
in the
of course. From the beginning of the season, there is way more pressure on Arsenal to win the season. When the season went on, there's more pressure on Arsenal. The only pressure that I'm going to say on City now is that there is the money that you spent. You signed Semenyo, you signed Gehi, you have Shirky, you have Marmoush, you have all these players that you signed all these players over the last calendar year. There should be pressure on Pep Guardiola to deliver. And by the way, I'm going to say something. It's okay to say there is no pressure on City as much as Arsenal, but also if City don't win the Champions League or the Premier League, it is a failure for me, because you cannot be spending $500 million and you cannot every year. City should at least try to win the league. If they fail to win the Champions League or the league, they failed.
I can hear an echo, by the way. I don't know if it's which one of you it is. I can hear it, so it's definitely not me. One of you has a slight echo. I can hear like Mo speaking.
Let me fix
my name, Jeff. Can you hear anything? Hello? If Arsenal don't win the league from this point, they're the biggest bottle jobs.
Now, do you still hear the echo?
You talk. Wait, Martin, stay muted. Say 3 sentences in a row, Mo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. Martin, it might be you. I don't know. Just reduce, make echo.
No, just talk.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good now.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay.
For me, like the most, to be honest, and I said that before, the most pressure this season was number one. It was on Liverpool and Arsenal. Arsenal number one because of the circumstances. Liverpool number two to retain the title after spending that much money, and then 3 was City.
But I mean,
Pep, remember the great fact that we had with Staffy 2 days ago, where at the end you said something that's key. You said stats are facts, but they're opinions at the same time, because you can use different stats to give you different things. I can easily sit here right now and very objectively say the reason why City don't have as much pressure on them is because they won 6 and 8, and the reason why Liverpool don't have as much pressure on them is because we won last year, which is both facts, by the way.
I think there's a difference between pressure and like my expectation of them being first by default just because of their situation. Like maybe it's not that they'll feel like disappointment and shame, more that like I still expect them to be first every year because of the way they've been set up and who Pep is relative to all the other managers in the game. And then there's squad differences. I mean, no one else has a Haaland, and yeah, I don't know. They've just had unlimited resources. It just feels
I'm going to tell you something about Erling Haaland. As good as Erling Haaland, as the best striker in the world, Erling Haaland is not the player that is Mbappe or Harry Kane. You know what I mean? Like, yeah?
He's not a maverick.
Like, he can't carry the team. Okay, let me give you an example, Martin, what I mean. Harry Kane can literally win you the game on his own. And I mean by his own, by Kevin De Bruyne used to be that guy. Kevin De Bruyne, if City are struggling, can take the ball, make someone tap in. They won the game by being a genius like this, you know? Kevin De Bruyne is I think Mbappe can do the same, for example. I think Dembele can do the same. I believe that Mohamed Salah used to do the same thing for Liverpool.
Last year, he literally did.
Okay, last season by itself, literally, Liverpool would be huff and puffing around, and then the one who gets them out of jail is Mohamed Salah. Like, that's Cristiano. Okay, the best example is.
So what do you think about Haaland?
As long as we're saying that Haaland needs service. Haaland isn't Harry Kane. He cannot carry the team.
Just gotta look at the stats and then the players available to service him. Like, you guys go on about Cherky like he's the second coming of Messi, and he should be able to get the ball to Haaland. Doku should be able to get the ball to Haaland. Like, you think you rate him very highly. Like, these are top level players in an amazing team that has a history of winning, and they should have all the mentality in the world, etc., etc. I just find it interesting how they.
I think their mentality. By the way, I think everything that Rodri was talking about is happening to City now. He's talking about mentality. Where is your mentality in the second half of Chelsea? Where is your mentality in the second half of Spurs? Where is your mentality? You're talking about mentality. We always try to win. We give everything on the pitch. Why are you complacent in the second half? Why did you concede the play in the second half? Everything that which tells me that people speak on this because it's banter. It's like he spoke on it because he won. He wouldn't have said that if he lost the league, even though the game is the same. You know what I mean? That is what I think, to be honest.
I still think you got to look at Haaland getting 150 goals, is it? Or 100 goals faster than anyone else.
He's ridiculous. He's a ridiculous striker.
It's just an amazing cheat code to have, right? It'll just get you goals. If the ball gets in the right spot, it'll be a goal.
I want to speak about the game. Against Spurs, there was a movement that he did, that's why the difference between Eucharist and Haaland currently as it stands, and I'm going to say that example, is basically, I don't know, it's the difference between Thierry Henry currently as it stands and for example, what's his name? Ricky Lambert. And the reason why I'm saying this, Haaland was outside the defender. There is a play. Anyone that played football knows what I'm talking about. There was a play that happened in the Newcastle game. It was saved by Ramsdale. He was outside the defender by 5-6 yards. Within fraction of seconds, he was making explosive run inside the defender. And Cherky, by the way, played it behind him. He took one touch, put it in front of him, and unleashed a left-footed shot that 99% the goal, but Ramsdale was fantastic. And I'm like, that's a fucking striker. That is what a striker is. And he made that run, and I was like, I opened my mouth. I was amazed by that run he made and how he took the shot underneath his foot. And I'm like, bro.
Hey, Ricky Lambert scored 12, 13 goals at Southampton. That's not a bad.
People get my point. People get my point.
That's not a bad.
People get my
point. If Haaland goes to Barca, how many goals do you think he gets in a season?
50,000.
Are you mad? With Yamal and Rafinha?
Yeah.
He would have the easiest job on the planet.
50. You're getting crack 50?
50 goals a season, yes. 50. 50 goals.
I think he could score even more than that, no exaggeration.
50 goals a season.
It's crazy.
Easy.
Anyway, I big up Arteta. He's got us to the point where we're like, we don't need a talisman player for some reason. It seems to be working, and I don't know how.
I think it will catch up. I think it will catch up. Not this season, but I think long term. Hence, Arsenal are linked with the Julian Alvarez. You know what I mean? Like, it will work, but I think it will catch up to you because you need that. I think Arsenal need that maverick at some point, right?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I mean, even
however, you can't have. However, I don't think you can have the. You don't need the Mbappe. You need the Julian Alvarez maverick. You know the difference. Mbappe wouldn't listen. Julian Alvarez would learn and listen. Mikel Arteta, I believe so. I believe that there's a difference. Mbappe would like his team to be his way. Julian Alvarez is more like for Ekitike. Arsenal needed an Ekitike, for example. You needed an Ekitike. You know what I mean?
Like Havertz is our Ekitike. He'll have to be. I mean, Ekitike hype a little bit, but we've got a creative kind of tall, weird player that likes donkeys. They've got he likes Labubus and blonde hair and stuff like that. I think Ekitike is a very good player, but the Premier League is a very hard place to score consistently for any talent.
He is very good.
You get figured out within.
What's your point about Labubus? I don't understand.
I don't know. He's just got some weird fashion choices. There's a bit of a Dominic Calvert-Lewin about him, like off the field.
Oh, Ekitike?
Yeah.
I think he has how can I say this? He has that confidence about him, which I like. I think we've missed that.
I think I'm just too old and like.
Did you just say Calvert-Lewin and Ekitike?
The only one in the team with Van Dijk, I think, that has that before he came in.
Did you Calvert-Lewin and Ekitike at the same sentence? Is criminal.
I said like their off-field fashion choices, not their way they play. Calvert-Lewin's like wearing women's clothes in a magazine. Like, I think Ekitike is just a little bit funny like that.
You were wrong for bringing up Calvert-Lewin because it is wrong in all aspects. Like,
I want to talk. It's actually now. Let's talk about the game tomorrow before we actually talk about Arsenal being 9 points. And now, it's not Judge Mo. They are talking about Arsenal' ability to win multiple trophies this season. Not Mo.
Why are they
What are you eating? Can I know this? Can I see what you're eating?
I'm not eating anything.
Can I see what you're eating? Yeah, Adi, show me.
Oh, nothing. It's empty.
What is it then? What is it? It's ice cream or yogurt?
Neither.
What is it then? It's cake?
Yes.
What is it? Because it's impossible to be in a cup. It's in a cup. So can I see what's in the cup?
It's Mo's 50K cake.
Show me. Okay. Oh,
wow.
Okay, I know it. That's yeah, I know.
It's not tiramisu, is it?
This is I know what it is. It's yeah. جاتو بتاكل جاتو يا عسلية بتاكل جاتو ماشي حبيبي بالهنا والشفا حبيبي بالهنا والشفا
حبيبي قلبك
انا والشفا حبيبي.
The other one is cheesecake. It's strawberry.
Yeah, cheesecake with strawberry and then I love it. Love it. It's not. It's cheese, guys. It's cheesecake. Oh, see, Ash knew. My man here, stats are just data. Data must be interpreted by humans, which make them something to support an opinion. They are not end all be all. Yeah, 100%. I agree with this.
I agree with this. That's why I use that argument with Mo. And even he, in the end of the whole segment, like Mo made that statement, like, which is true. At the end of the day, yes, a stat is a fact, but I can use a different fact to infer a different opinion. Meaning, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Gyökeres in the next 5 games scores 5 penalty goals, okay? Martin objectively can come here and say Gyökeres has 5 goals in 5 games, and he would not be lying. But you could also watch the 5 games and know, as an example, that Gyökeres is playing like shit, and the only reason why he scored a goal is a penalty. Both statements are true. Like, and we go back to the whole best attack thing. I don't even want to open up that can of worms again. I really don't. And it's okay. You can think whatever you want.
Yeah, was that my fault? I feel like I asked that question like 3 days ago, and then Staffy.
Yeah, but the argument is not a wrong argument. Even Staffy, by the way, me and Staffy are completely good, chat. The thing is, like, even the Staffy argument, he's not wrong. Man United forward line does have more goals. But when I bring up, like, the reasons and the explanations for why I think the Liverpool one is better, I'm not wrong either, because I'm bringing up my own stats to substantiate my claim. Now, wallah, I fucking knew. From when you smiled, you're going to bring up Paul. Uqsim billah, I know you. I can read you like a book.
To the goal scorer.
I was going to suggest
Leeds on the ascendancy now, even though Forest were having the better spell there. It's worked out to the left-hand side. Gudmundsson now plays out wide to Okafor. He cuts in on the right-hand side. Ball's clipped in and then headed away. I think it was Einar. Played into the channel. Spun. Played in. They're going to score here. Ortega saves it. Leveled across. It's 2-0. It's 2-0. And it was coming. It was coming. It's Okafor. The defense is in utter shambles, man. Utter shambles. Leeds adds 2 bites of the cherry there. And the clown show is back on. Let's see what nominated manager of the month Sean Dyche can produce now. Because we're 30 minutes in and Leeds are absolutely on top here. It's going to be onside. There's nothing I can see wrong.
Huh?
How many people are watching Wolfie right now, mashallah?
I think 1,500.
1,500. You know, all of these are the same. All 1,500 people in his chat are the 1,500 Premier League fans he shat on all of last year.
Yeah. Arsenal, City, Liverpool fans.
All the ones that are on Wolfie, hate watching him right now. Do not give a fuck about Nottingham Forest. They care about Wolfie.
Yeah.
They want to see the tears.
I promise you, not a single one of them gives a fuck, man.
Is Alvarez a talisman? He's not the main striker there, which suits Arsenal, to be honest.
Another thing, Arsenal fans, I love Julian Alvarez, but take a look at his stats. I think he hasn't scored a goal in a long time now. Like, this is another thing you guys got to keep in mind. I love Julian Alvarez, I really do. The other thing is I can tell you this from official stuff that I know. And Mo, by the way, me and Mo have been working with each other for a long time. I said this to Mo 2 summers ago. It was confirmed during the season, and last summer it was again reconfirmed. Liverpool wanted Julian Alvarez, but he doesn't want to come to England. So you can't hang your hat on Julian Alvarez. You're gonna have to find someone else. You're gonna have to find your other basically Project Ekitike. You need someone like that as well for your team. You need Havertz, how can I say, Havertz link up play with someone who can put the ball on the back of the net.
I've got my eye on that Esposito guy, Mo.
He's not amazing.
He's not amazing, but I need box presence. I need someone who can actually hit the ball.
He's not what you think. He will be another Eucharist for you.
I was going to say this to you both. What do you guys think of this guy?
He's got on a hot streak of goals. Yeah, I think he scored.
Is that the young guy from Bournemouth?
Bro, I rate that guy so much. He's so good.
No, bro, that's not a striker. No, absolutely not.
I think in the Arsenal system he would cook.
We need an Alexis Sanchez from back in the day.
Priority for Arsenal is left wing. Do we agree?
Harry Kane.
Yeah,
I want you guys to imagine Harry Kane going to Arsenal next season for 2 years. I want you guys to imagine Arsenal with Harry Kane next. Harry Kane, by the way, I don't think he would mind.
I've spent 10 years of my life hating on Harry Kane. I don't want to see him in my jersey.
To be honest, guys, I actually want to see Harry Kane play for Arsenal.
I don't, because
I want to see Haaland for City, Ekitike and Isak for Liverpool, Harry Kane for Arsenal. That's a Premier League, bro. That's a fucking Premier League.
I cracked them both with one line.
Harry Kane.
Up the Chelsea.
I still.
Up the Chelsea.
You have said someone else like Lewandowski or something doesn't need to be Harry Kane.
Lautaro Martinez. You know what? For Arsenal, 20 plus goals, right away. Box striker, 20 something goals right away.
Yeah, it's not really convincing me. I prefer, as I was trying to say, I wanted Sesko because I need someone to head the ball in. What's the point of all this crossing if no one's got any heading ability? Basically, Marino's my ideal striker. Now he's out injured, so I've got Kai can win headers, but he can't really direct them on target very well. So I'm still waiting for that guy. And Esposito looks like he's got box presence. He will wrestle his man and get that head to the ball.
His touch is not great.
Would you take Marmoush and would you take Endrick?
Me?
Yes.
I'd take Marmoush. I don't think about Endrick. Endrick hasn't convinced me yet. But
have you seen the one thing about Endrick?
Like an Arda Güler maybe or something?
Even though he's small, he's a tank, by the way.
Yeah, 100%.
Like he's not. He's a fucking unit. Last year, you know, he's the one that got Konate injured. He injured Konate just with.
Yeah, because he's an idiot. He tackled the guy in the last minute because he's a fucking idiot. He's a kid. He's an idiot guy.
Yeah, I know he's an idiot, but he's a tank.
Like, I know, and you know that he was stupid to make that tackle in a dead fucking rubber at the end of the game. There is nobody like. But he was trying to prove himself to that he's worthy of Real Madrid, so he was trying to
tell you about something. I think Arsenal do not need a single player in any position except forward line. That's it.
But that's a big. That's a third of the team.
But what I'm saying is,
but Arsenal, what we have isn't broken.
Technically, run it back on goalkeeper.
Martin, it's working. Martin, it is not working.
In midfield, the only thing that they like, if I'm Berta, right, I'm taking my budget. Let's say his budget is 200 million. I'm taking it and I'm signing like 3 forwards. I'm not signing anywhere else on the pitch.
No. I'm selling Martinelli. I'm keeping Trossard. I'm selling Martinelli for 50 million, 60 million. I'm signing a left forward. I don't know who. I'm signing a left forward. I'm selling Gabriel Jesus and I'm signing Julian Alvarez. You know what I mean? That's for me. That's what I would do for Arsenal. The team is not only complete.
I like Julian Alvarez, but I'm not sure it's what Arsenal need, though. I think they need something else a little bit.
I think we'd be insane to sell Martinelli. I think there was a stat I saw the other day. He has the most. Seriously, he's.
I love you, bro, but
he's our Champions League goal scorer. He's our only speedster. Why would we sell our fastest player?
Would you replace Martin? Like, no. The reason why I say Martinelli is because of the value in the market. You're not selling Trossard for more than 12, 15 million.
I don't need that money. I just made
hear me out. Trossard is a bench player. You're gonna say, would you replace Martinelli with Rodrigo tomorrow?
No. Rodrigo is like a fake Indian papadam salesman. He's a crap footballer. I don't rate him at all. I want Martinelli to stay. I don't care what you guys say. You can have Rodrigo. End of story. Who would you take? You take Rodrigo at Inter.
Oh, Martinelli or Rodrigo tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'll take you over Martinelli tomorrow.
You take me over Martinelli. Martinelli, I think, is equal to our most goals scored in a UCL campaign, and we're not even into like the round of 16 yet.
Oh, would you take him?
He generates the most XG out of any winger.
No, I'll take Martinelli.
For 90 minutes. He's an XG machine. He misses chances, but he's a bit like our Darwin Núñez. Like, you kind of need someone who's a roadrunner as part of your balanced attack.
Martinelli is a donkey.
I disagree.
Roadrunner
at all, bro.
Why get out of here? Martinelli is a guy.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
How is it ridiculous? Martinelli is a guy. How can you explain it in football terms, Martin? In football terms, the reason why Martinelli is a donkey for me, because Arsenal are one of the best teams in the world now, if not the best team in Europe. Arsenal are on the front foot most of the time. Martinelli doesn't get past his defender, doesn't lift his head up to pick a pass.
Do you have stats to back all this up? Like,
I don't.
Are you going to do the stats thing?
I don't even have the stats. See, I'm
I don't know, because I feel like everyone's going from like this group think thing that happens where everyone just decides Martinelli's crap.
You literally
listen. He scored 6 goals in 7 games in the UCL with 1 assist. In our game against Chelsea, for example, he's the guy running onto the ball from Kepa, like breaking through. He's outrunning his defender. Everyone else in our attack can't outrun the defender, and I don't really want to sell him. I'm sorry.
I understand if your reason is pace, but you could get a pacey winger who's much better as well.
Who?
Like, by the way, Leao is quick as shit.
Leao's also flaky as well.
I swear to God, Osam, Leao. Martinelli is not the left toe of Leao.
One second, Mo will tell you this. If you want someone who's really rapid and like very good at moments, you can get Yildiz from Juventus. No, he will tell you right now, 100%
I would sell Trossard and take Yildiz and have Yildiz and Martinelli as options. I like Martinelli as a defending winger as well. He gets back and takes on some of the...
You're not looking at it from an FFP perspective, though.
No, I don't care about FFP. I'm just saying, I'm not selling Martinelli. I'm sorry. I've disappointed everyone.
Martinelli is an okay player, and the reason why he gets goals in the Champions League is like the same reason why a lot of players get goals in the Champions League is because teams are coming to attack. Like
can I say something? Dayo, not everything, Dayo, that we discuss is an agenda based. I think you're misusing the word agenda here.
Yeah, you really are.
Agenda means I am lying because I hate Martinelli. It's called different opinion than yours.
Like if you tell me I have an United agenda, you'll be right. I have an agenda.
Like I don't have. Why would I have a Martinelli agenda? I just think I explained to you why I don't like him. It's not an agenda. Means you lie on purpose because you want to run your agenda. But I'm not lying. I'm just saying what I think about him, how I'm watching the players play. So it's not an agenda. Maybe change the word and come up with something else than agenda. I'm not lying. I
am yet to see anything that I can buy in the market that will guarantee more than Martinelli's current output. And he had a bad season last season. I understand that.
Martin is telling me there is no left winger in the world now that will make Arsenal better.
More than Martinelli in the Premier League right now. God. Who have you got?
We already gave you an example. Yildiz.
Guarantee me more than Martinelli's output in the Premier League?
I mean, yeah. I don't think
Yildiz is people changing their opinion on somebody.
Yildiz is ready to score like 100 goals, but he'll definitely get you 10 Premier League goals. 11.
I'm sorry, guys. We need to move on. We're not.
And remember, you're the one that used the premise of pace. So Yildiz is definitely really quick.
He looks a bit chubby. I don't know. I haven't watched him play enough, but I'm not going to be speculating. People will get off on me because I don't.
The whole weight is the weight of my right thigh. What chubby?
Well, you end up with players. I need to get rid of Trossard. He's too old. Martinelli could theoretically play a right wing, center forward, left wing. He could even play a fucking wing back, as far as I'm concerned. He's useful in my squad. I'm not selling.
No, Martinelli has 1 goal and 1 assist in the league. What output are we talking about here? I'm sorry.
In the Champions League. In the
Champions League. Oh, okay.
He scored against Bayern with that nice move to get around the
So you're the one with the agenda then?
Why?
Because
you're using the thing.
Guarantee me goals in the league.
No, but I said, look at Martinelli's best season. What did he get? 15?
Brother,
I don't think Yildiz will get anywhere near that.
Martinelli played 30 games, has 10 goals, 2 assists. What the fuck are you talking about?
Martinelli, all wingers in world football are in Premier League struggling to score.
6 goals. 24-25, he scored 8 goals. And in 25-26, in 18 games, he has 1 goal.
Yeah, okay. He's not been prolific. But you know what that goal was?
When I say Arsenal fans have sentimental love for their players, I don't lie. Arsenal fans love their players, and instead of looking at their players objectively, by the way. I know that. Now, I know by you, Martin. You love your players and you like to defend your players.
I don't give a shit.
You do.
No, look, he scored important goals. He scored against Bayern. He beat Neuer with a beautiful touch on the run from Eze. He equalized against Man City in the Premier League to stop us from losing the game in the last minute because he's the guy that's making the run. Even if it's the 90th minute, he will just not stop running. And I can't tell you the value of that in the Premier League, which is all about physicality, athleticism, and he can score some nice goals. So I'm keeping him. And it's not a sentimental thing. He's useful.
So you don't want to upgrade on the left wing?
I want to add to Martinelli. I think
so you want Martinelli to be the starter. So you want Martinelli to be the starter.
As I said, he can play anywhere in the front 3 as far as I'm concerned. As a backup player, I don't necessarily have to have him as a starter.
Oh, okay. If you're saying as a backup player, that is fine.
Yeah.
If you're asking me tomorrow,
I'm not selling him.
Between Martinelli and Trossard as a backup player because of the age as well, I would keep Martinelli, yes. 100%, yeah. I don't disagree with this. But if you're offered 50 million for him, and you're upgrading as a starter on Liao, take Liao all day.
I would take Liao. I mean, I've said I'd take Liao, but he's a very expensive, and he still worries me. I feel like he would maybe struggle.
By the way, you say he's too expensive, but then couple of like 10 minutes earlier, you said you don't care about the money. So now, because Liao, you say
I don't care about the money from Martinelli. I can get money from other sources. Getting deep in the Champions League gets you 100 million. Like we have money to spend every season from a bunch. We've just tripled our revenue. we're making money, okay? So I'm not worried about selling Martinelli to like keep the fire going like we used to be at Arsenal, where we had to pay off the stadium every season. It's like it's not the same situation.
It's not the same situation.
And we didn't spend 500 million in the summer like everyone else in the last 12 months. So we should have a little bit more than everyone to play with.
I wanna state a statement. Okay? I wanna state a statement. I wanna say it. And I actually think, which is what the argument that we had with Dayo yesterday. Who was on one with us? I can't remember. Arsenal are top of the league and top of the Champions League despite their front line not scoring a lot of goals.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Like, yep. I know when Dayo said, but Martinelli scored 10 goals in all competitions and Gyökeres scored 11 goals in all competition. All of these are not good enough in any other circumstances for you to be top of the league. The contribution, and let me explain this because this is very important. The contribution from Arsenal front line in a normal circumstances would not be enough for Arsenal to be the favorite for every single competition. However, the reason why they are top is because the rest of the team and the structure, including that front line, is essential to why Arsenal are top of the league and top of the Champions League, which credit to Mikel Arteta and the rest of the players. In a normal circumstances, you won't see a team with that contribution of a front line favorites for every single competition. But I know when people say, oh, but Gyökeres has 11 goals. Normally, your main striker having 11 goals after 30 games in a season will not be enough for you unless your midfield and other players are stepping up massively, which the other players that are stepping up massively aren't also the forward player. That makes sense? Let me do these super chats as well. Because
I can answer that statement as well. Like, I mean, I feel like we have to play different ways all the time because teams know how to stop us. Like, if we do something that's repeatable, then they will find ways to counter that action. So we do need goals from everywhere. In the same sentence, I think a lot of the attackers deserve credit for the way that we are very hard to score against. We start our defense with our attacking players being the shepherds and the chasers and the hounds that are always trying to get the ball back past a certain point. I feel sorry for them because they spend most of their time sprinting, but it's part of why we are so hard to score against. You just don't get those opportunities. The gaps don't open up. So I give them credit for that. Everyone would love more goals from their attackers. I expect way more from Gyökeres than what we've seen. But we do have Jesus coming back from a year out and Havertz from a year out. And if those guys are starting to show like the signs that they can handle taking some of that load from here, if Gyökeres is still struggling, but and saying that, he just won our Player of the Month voted like today. Like he got 6 GA in 6 games or something. So here we are, Gyökeres Player of the Month. It was a good genre, I have to say.
Kairat Almaty got blood on their hands. Read the supers more. Read the supers.
Can Arsenal afford to lose the Carabao Cup and focus on the Premier League as to think bigger fish to fry? There's only one game left. What do you mean focus on the Premier League?
When you say losing the Carabao Cup, this is not round 3. What are you doing?
It's one game and it's on a weekend. So Arsenal, like, it's not like, oh my God, like it's on a weekend. It's gonna be played on a weekend. Arsenal game was shifted. So what do you mean? They need to focus it. Your question should be, can Arsenal afford the Carabao Cup, and would that shift the momentum to City if City are close to Arsenal? That's what it is.
Final, Habibi. It's not round 4.
Ali, Habibi, Ali, come on. There's only one game left.
Can I mention something ridiculous? Apparently, in the last 3 FA Cups and the Carabao Cup, we've had to face City or Chelsea in either the semi-final of all 4 competitions. It's kind of ridiculous. It's either City in the semi-final and Chelsea in the final, or the other way around. So it's crazy. I would like to play some other teams, but whatever.
When you played other teams, they spanked you like Man United last season. So you
maybe
didn't wonder. Or Newcastle spanked you as well. So you don't wonder. You know what I mean? Yeah. When Liverpool wanted Zubamendi, he didn't want to come to England either.
No, but it wasn't about not coming to England. It was
no, I didn't want.
It was a completely different scenario.
Grant, 1-0.
But it's different. It really is different because there's been links with Julian Alvarez to many different clubs. He left Manchester City, by the way, for the same exact reason as well.
How many goals do you think Alvarez gets?
There's also the thing with Alvarez as well that will trouble you guys is the fact that he's linked to Barcelona as well.
Well, Zubamendi was linked to Real Madrid. Same shit.
That's fine. If you get Alvarez, that's.
But how many goals do you think Alvarez is getting in the Premier League? We saw him at City, and it would look like maybe a 10 to 12.
Oh, you don't sign Alvarez for just goals. You sign Alvarez for the complete package. Like, I don't think Alvarez will get you like 30 Premier League goals. Alvarez will get you.
He's shorter than Trossard though. Like he has like a disadvantage.
I think Alvarez will get you from anywhere from 15 to 17 Prem goals.
Is that enough to be a talisman in the
guys?
In the
Alvarez had 20 GA in 36 games. He played for City. So
yes.
So Alvarez will get you goals and assists. He was a Fermin exactly what Celtic. Celtic. Little.
What was Martin's question, Mo? Don't act like you can't hear me. What was the question? How many goals would he get? صح؟
We can't only talk about the goals.
يا حبيبي, that's his question. انت كل مرة بدك تعيد لي نفس الحركة. Martin asked how many goals is Alvarez gonna get? Did he ask how much GA? No, he didn't. If he asked, I would have had a different answer.
As a smart man, you should have told him that Alvarez isn't only about the goals, it's about the goals and assists.
Martin,
yeah, but sometimes assists are a fugazi stat. Like,
no, Martin, I never said so. What was my first statement?
But like,
Alvarez?
You don't get Alvarez. You don't get Alvarez because of the goals.
Yeah, I didn't say so. That's why.
So I complimented your comments by saying that he gets you goals and assists, and you didn't like it. So I agreed with you, but your blood boiled, and you didn't like that. I'm complimenting what you are saying.
Assists for no reason. We already agree. Alvarez as a footballer is what you're buying. You're buying a footballer with Alvarez. By the way, Ekitike this season, right? By the time the season ends, Ekitike is not going to have 38 goals. He's going to have 18 goals, 19 goals, 17 goals, something like this. So those goals, yeah, in the Premier League.
Are we going to finish the super chats?
Comes with the package of the football.
Arsenal need a left winger and a true attack in mid. That's it.
You know, that's another. You see the second position he spoke about, D. Brown, in his super chat, is something that's going to be another conversation in the summer. Odegaard, Eze. What do you do with that as well? What do you do with that situation? Have you been impressed with Eze so far, Martin?
No. Well, I wasn't, and then I was because he had a bit there where he was performing quite well, but then he seems to have barely been in the game the last few times I've seen him. I mean, he does some good things when he has the ball. I want to give him credit for that, and he seems to be working a little bit harder, but I don't know. To me, it seems like he's just smoked a joint before the games. Like he's very nonchalant out there, and you know, I think he needs to.
I don't know if you were in the comment section of the MHF where Mo said Arsenal were playing with 10 men, by the way. With Eze on the. Which game are you talking about, Mo? Was it the Man United game where you said Arsenal were playing with 10 men with Eze?
The Chelsea game, the Chelsea game the other time.
Oh yeah, the Chelsea game. Yeah.
The question will be, what have we won?
Bro, Eze was jogging around. It's like, you know.
The question is, what have we won at the end of the season, right?
When Wirtz went like how many games without a goal and an assist, at least I can say he's coming to a new league and he's adapting and blah, 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 and the price tag pressure. Bro, Eze didn't even move city. Eze is in the same city he was when he was at Crystal Palace. He went from London to London. Like it's not like he didn't even move the city he's living in. Literally, he's in the same exact city. Like, I think 13 games without getting a goal contribution in a team like Arsenal, who's performing really well, is I think is an issue, to be honest with you.
A lot of people are blaming Arteta for that.
Like people in the chat, I'm very shocked at this. People in the chat are saying sell Odegaard and keep Eze. I wouldn't do that at all. I would keep Odegaard and sell Eze, by the way.
There's a lot of bad PR for Odegaard out there, but when you look at some stats, like he actually is still some of the best creative stats in the league per 90 like performance this season. So he's been in and out with injury. It's hard to rely on him at the moment, but I feel like there's a lot of people that are just turning against him regardless. And a lot of people have been demanding Eze to start, even if he doesn't do anything particularly special. So I don't know. It's an interesting situation, but I think Odegaard needs to put in a run of consistency for people to get off his back. Otherwise,
let me ask you a question,
they want to be selling him
on the spot, but I know you're capable of answering this. Who do you think has been Arsenal's 3 best players, and who has been Arsenal's 3 worst players
this season?
Yes, don't get involved more. Let him say whatever he wants. 3 best and 3 worst. Chat, please answer. Same question.
What, one attacker, one midfielder, one defender, or just like 3 any?
You can choose whatever you want. I'll never limit you to positions. I don't care if you
so
think
hard. Like, everyone's such a similar level that there's like Trossard, yes, but then Trossard's been a bit quiet. Martinelli had problems. Now he's sort of the one that's coming to save our ass. Like Gyökeres, obviously not in my list. Saka can't really make the list of top 3.
Tell me the 3 best first, because I think it's easy.
I don't know. I'm struggling. Like Rice, Saliba, Gabriel probably would be my little triangle of protection there. That's been pretty much flawless all season. So I'd have to go those guys because they don't drop their levels at all in any game that I can remember. But Raya deserves a shout. Maybe, just, I don't know, Timber. But it's all like shared. Like Zubamendi's been very good as well. So I don't know. It's a very confusing question.
So I gave you credit before asking the question. And I said, I don't think Martin will have a problem answering this question. And then you proved your fraudulence knows no bounds.
Why?
Because you can't even just answer a straightforward question. Okay, I'll give you an example. You're saying that we don't have a standout performer. Completely disagree with you. Has Rice been a standout performer at Arsenal?
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, besides Rice.
Performer at Arsenal.
Sorry?
Has Gabriel been a standout performer at Arsenal?
Yeah.
Okay, now number 3 is where I agree with you. I think it's between 2. Saliba or Timber, I would say.
Saliba for me, but as I said, my Rice, Saliba, Gabriel is the triangle of strength. I'm struggling. I just think that some people deserve a shout. Like Zubamendi's been very good for a guy who's just coming for his first season.
Yeah, no, you can say he deserves a shout, but when you say standouts, like if I'm doing like who do I think is nominated for Arsenal Player of the Season, I would nominate 4 players.
Owen goals,
Gabriel and Rice.
Yeah, if you got Owen goals,
phenomenal. And by the way, this guy, I made him apologize during the season for saying Caicedo's better than Rice. Now that has been, we shat on that right there. Rice FC, we have risen. Rice FC, I never doubted Al-Rose. Never doubted him. Now, 3 worst players. Who's your triangle of death?
Triangle of doom. Are you injured? Is that bad if you're injured? Is that like a...
No, because that's a cop-out. Don't do cop-out answers. Don't go like, oh, he's injured, so he's in the bottom 3. Don't do that.
I mean, Norgard, Gyökeres probably...
Norgard hasn't played. You cannot choose Norgard. You cannot choose Norgard.
And every time Norgard played, he's been okay. Like.
No, you cannot choose Norgard. Don't do that. See, don't do this. You cannot choose. Don't. You have to play the player.
MLS.
The player
MLS
has to be. No, he hasn't played good. He hasn't played enough as well.
No. By the way, MLS is completely fine. Mo, every time he's played, he hasn't played well.
But he hasn't. I can show you the minutes he played for Art. You have to. Okay, this is a couple. You have to choose the players that are playing, that played enough minutes. You know, some can say Endo.
Saying it's like me saying
Endo played bad. Endo hasn't even played enough minutes for me to judge him.
And I hear you, Mo. That's fine.
Because you know that's a cop out. That's that Hamza saying he only criticized the players that he knew he was leaving Man City.
Like, oh, get Kyle Walker out the club. Yeah, I get you.
We're not gonna do this.
I would say MLS, Eze, and Gyökeres.
I actually think there's only 2 players at Arsenal that are underperforming. Actually, Eze and Gyökeres only. Even Martinelli has been not bad, not great, but not bad.
None of you mentioned the 3rd player.
Maybe tell us the name. Maybe I'm missing out.
I think he's been very good. Like for what?
Very good is a stretch. That's the problem. You don't have to say very good. Very good.
You rate Doku highly. Obviously, GA is not important to you, and Madueke has been very good.
See the difference? I rate Doku.
Yeah.
See Martin. I rate Martinelli. Sorry. I rate Madueke. It doesn't mean they have been good. Me rating a player, I rate Eze highly. I love Eze. I think Eze's ability is probably unmatched. Has he been good? No. The fact that I rate somebody, it doesn't mean that they're performing up to that level.
You don't rate Madueke highly, right? So
I rate Madueke. Who said that?
No, as in like you don't have the same level of expectation for Madueke as Eze?
No, absolutely not.
No,
absolutely
of course not. Of course not.
Eze is fantastic.
That would be unfair on Madueke anyway.
So I think Madueke has been about what I expected for a 50 million signing. Like he's been very good at I think he's probably the best player beating his man on the right wing in the Premier League this season. But he doesn't
has Madueke
from corners. Like his corner delivery is almost on Saka's level. Like he's stepped in as a very able backup for Saka to this point. I don't think he'd be.
Has Madueke been better than Neto for Chelsea?
Neto who at Chelsea?
Yeah.
No.
But I don't know.
Has Madueke been better than Gakpo?
No.
Yeah. Has Madueke, a backup player, been better than Chiesa?
I wouldn't say so.
Has Madueke been better than Semenyo? Definitely no. Has Madueke been better than the Bournemouth wingers? No. Has Madueke been better than the Leeds wingers? Probably not. Has Madueke been better than Mbeumo, Ahmad?
Have you not been watching him play? Like he's been consistently beating his man, whoever we're playing against. It's Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Chelsea, City. He is the one player you give the ball to, and he'll be past his man creating that overload. So I think that's invaluable regardless of GA. And if you haven't been watching him, which I know you have because you watch every second of Arsenal football, you'll know that he's been very good. You're being disingenuous.
I disagree. I don't think he's been very good at all.
Watched every single second of Arsenal as well.
Last game against Chelsea.
All right.
For everyone in the chat that were there, and a lot of you guys were, Ash and everyone in the chat will tell you, I was so pro Arsenal because of my hatred for Chelsea. Like I should have worn an Arsenal top. That's how much I wanted Arsenal to beat Chelsea because I can't stand Chelsea fans. And I warned you all about Man United fans. And in the words of my Jamaican brothers and sisters who don't hear must feel, I told you the worst fan base in the world is a happy Man United fans, and you're all about to find out what a happy Man United fan is like. So hold that. I warned you all because they're now telling you that they're gonna finish second and how they have the best players in the world and shit. That's number one. Bruno's better than Ozil, my ass. Now the second thing is,
I don't think you have heard the latest. They think if Portugal win the World Cup, they're gonna start comparing him to Zinedine Zidane. I think
honestly, it's time to switch to a different sport. If Bruno and Zidane are in the same sentence, we have to quit watching football. But anyway,
I don't know how you guys got
that game. Madueke is always like willing to get past his fullback, and as soon
he's not in the worst three players in my team. Like he can't be.
As soon as he gets past the fullback, he fucks up the pass or the cross or the shot. Like every single time against Chelsea, he fucked it up. And even when I went on the Big Six, I said this and I agreed with Said that day. The Forest away game, Arteta did something which is I would do. You did not buy Madueke and these players to play them against Man City at home. You bought them to play them away at Forest, and they just don't deliver. Which is why maybe now, even like Saka getting a rest from now to the end of the season is going to be more difficult with Madueke being shit, basically.
If you asked me if I would sell Madueke at the end of the season, I would say gladly. But right now, he hasn't been in my bottom three players of the season for my.
Who would you rate higher, Martinelli or Madueke? Can I just know this?
Of course, Martinelli. Leeds just made it 3. Open Wolfie.
If you're talking like a technique, like from a dribbling perspective, then Madueke, I think, is better than Martinelli. But everywhere else, Martinelli clears Madueke, I believe.
We haven't spoken about the game tomorrow. Or Liverpool.
I don't know. You guys are still mad at me for liking Martinelli. So
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at that you think that we have an agenda.
No, you don't have an agenda. I'm not saying you have an agenda. I'm just saying you haven't really looked at Martinelli if you don't think he's that.
By the way, every time I tell people Elliot Anderson's overrated,
I watch more Arsenal games than you, Martin.
His path that leads to a lead goal. I'm telling you right now, Elliot Anderson's ceiling is Jordan Henderson. Like his ceiling.
The only game that I haven't watched, Martin, is Khairat Almaty, and I know you were on a plane. There was a game that you missed. You were traveling.
Have you watched our games twice? I watched our games twice.
Ah, you fraud. No,
there you go. There you go.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, see, that's how you really analyze a game. You watch it without emotion. You go back and you go, actually, that player was pretty good when you thought that you were swearing at them. That happens to you all the time on your streams where you're like, fucking Arnautovic, and then he scores for you, you know?
Arnautovic literally cost him a league title last season at home to Lazio.
Yeah, it's hard to be honest with that player.
Let me finish this quickly. Nunes and the balanced attack. Nunes. Liverpool didn't have a balanced attack last season and the season before.
Our attack was Salah and inshallah. Salah and pray for to be at the back post.
100%. That was it. Wallah al-Azim.
Well, tell the world how many man of the matches Salah won in 38 games?
25. It never happened, by the way. It never happened. Martin, explain Martinelli's decision making in the final third. It's the worst in the Prem. That's an Arsenal fan.
If Martinelli doesn't know what he's going to do, then the defender doesn't know what he's going to do. So, you know, it'll probably work out in the end. He's a quantity over quality player. He'll just keep going for you. So he never gives up. It's great. And it's a bad decision making, whatever.
The Nelly fan club has had enough with his slander. His name is being what?
Besmirched.
Who gave you American passport?
And you don't have to know English to know to be American. To the mud, you will soon receive a strong worded letter. Big up, Marco.
Why is there a Martinelli fan club? Who made this fan club? I want to report it to the FBI. They all need new glasses. Why the fuck is there a Martinelli fan club, bro?
Hey, come on. Hey, just stick to hating on your
Martinelli fan club. You know that's a fucking exaggeration if I've heard one. Please, brother. Martinelli fan club. Come on, Marco, you're better than that.
I'm flattered you guys care so much about my players that you think that we have to get rid of him and stuff like that. Like, I don't care who Liverpool keep or whatever. Like, you've got zero interest.
You should care because it's a direct rival next season.
No, but I'm not going to say that, like, oh, you have to sell Gakpo or
if you said you have to sell Gakpo, you would be correct.
Okay, so what have I said? You have to sell,
get rid of Gakpo now.
You have to sell Vert.
You know, if you say sell Gakpo, all the Liverpool fans in the chat would agree with you. Liverpool fans, do you agree with Martin? Should we sell Gakpo? Chat.
Big up, Shabab. Big up, Habibi. Stefan. Hey, Martin, we should meet up if you're in Melbourne, mate. That's an awesome.
Sure. I'll do an MHF Melbourne meetup. It will be great. It'll be 5 of us.
This is the reaction to you saying sell Gakpo. First Liverpool fan comment to the chat. Yeah.
What do you guys see happening against Man City on the weekend? Is Verts going to come to the table?
I see Liverpool winning.
Easy or hard?
Oh, it won't be easy against Manchester City, but I do think we will win. I think we've rested the whole week for this game. I think Verts and Ekitike link up has been very good recently. And I think City struggled defensively, so we will definitely hurt them.
But you will play into their hands. Arne Slot will play on the front foot.
Hello.
Man City.
Did they beat Brighton this season?
No, but they should have beaten, bro. They fucking created a abundance. Have you seen Man City against Brighton? You did a watch along. Man City should have been 5 up. They fucked up, Man City. You know that. They hit the post. They had the tap in. They fucked up. But come on now. We're not going to do the outlier against Chelsea. Like, come on now, Sam. You know,
against Chelsea, it's not the same. Chelsea dominated the whole second half.
But the first half could have been like 10-0. It was
bro, I think you'd have a good chance in the second half, judging by City's recent performances. If you just wait till the second half.
Martin, judging by City's, wallahi, this has to be the meme for the rest of his life. If Man City lose the league this season, the meme for the rest of his life, the mentality talk that Rodri did for Arsenal. Imagine that. But I see it's not a 0%. It's not a 0%. I think there will be a chance where Liverpool don't win the game. I've seen this happen before. Liverpool fucked up a lot of games, by the way, just by their own mistakes and by honest. We speaking earlier on my show about how open Liverpool midfield is. This is why Van Dijk looks exposed the majority of the times. I actually think there is a world where Liverpool actually don't win the game.
It's just brought on. Who's Luka? They brought on a guy, a fucking massive tank, bro. Who's this guy?
I don't know. Do you think I know? Is it the only? Wallah, I'm telling you what, Hussam. In America, in the Premier League, I think
Who's Lorenzo Luka?
Wolfie on YouTube is more famous than Nottingham Forest on YouTube. Like I have some shit, man. People
He used to play for Napoli and Udinese.
Oh, I know this guy. He played for in Serie A. Yeah, he's not amazing. He's not amazing. He's not even Scamacca. So,
Scamacca.
Scamacca only starred against fucking Liverpool. That's why he did it. His career is Liverpool games.
Yeah,
that's his career. But you think you see some Liverpool fans want their team to lose or draw this game because they don't want Arsenal to win the league.
Don't use the outlier. I don't give a fuck
but
about
some of them.
Just like we said to Martin about the Spurs fans, we're not going to use outliers as an example.
So who?
No Liverpool fan with an IQ bigger than a peanut should want Liverpool to lose because we actually are in a top 4 race ourselves. We need to win for ourselves. Fuck all this WWE alliances. I'm talking real here. Real talk, real shit. We have to win to get Champions League football next season. All this shit about, who, oh my God, lose because of Arsenal. I don't give a fuck. Fuck
some
City,
people,
bro.
I realize, hate Arsenal more than they like their own football club. Like the downfall of Arsenal seems to be very important on people's agendas.
It is. You don't understand.
At
it is.
Of their own
Arsenal. I didn't see one fan. There was a literal TalkSport clip with James Pierce and somebody else, and they were discussing that Arsenal fans are annoying and they want Man City to win the league. They would rather. So it's not one fan. It's not one fan. There is the whole followers, by the way, of I don't know his name, AGT. I don't know the guy that DR Sports.
Yeah, well, fuck.
There's a whole following. There's a whole following of him that agreed with him when he said I would rather see City win the league because of Arsenal. There is like hundreds of people that agree with him. So it's not one person.
You need to understand something. There is something in England called London-based Liverpool fans.
I wanna explain something to Redland. Sam, let me explain something to Redland. I didn't say the majority. That never came out of my mouth. I didn't say that they are the smart people. I didn't say that. But to completely dismiss that there is a part of that fan base, like there is part of the Spurs fan base that would rather have City win than Arsenal, because that's why, it's completely wrong, because there is a part of the fan base that would like City to win the league.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't get it. It's a London thing.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand.
I think Jamie Phillips wants City to win it.
Like, Drifty told me this 100 times. He said, bro, you're not from London. You don't understand. It's because they're surrounded by Arsenal fans. That's it, Mo. It has nothing to do with me.
I mean, you don't get people going to Liverpool areas.
Any Liverpool fan, regardless whether you're London-based or not, this Sunday you should want Liverpool to win because we're chasing Champions League football next season. That's the biggest reason.
You realize how silly that sounds? Like it's like someone going from London to Liverpool and saying, well, I don't want Liverpool to win because I'm surrounded by Liverpool fans. You're in their home. You're in their area. London is Arsenal's zone. So, you don't have any
why you became if you're from London, why you became a Liverpool fan? Maybe you're a glory hunter then. Exactly, why didn't you support an Arsenal or a Chelsea?
Relax.
Liverpool what do you mean relax?
No glory to hunt. Relax.
So why did you become Liverpool fans then?
I don't know. Maybe family, parents, stuff like that.
Maybe.
By the way, a lot of people as well, you need to understand.
Someone told me relax, like Hussam. Someone like relax.
Yeah, relax, bro. A lot of people support because
hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, their dad introduced them to the club.
Maybe.
That's the story of Jamie Phillips, by the way.
There is one thing that people don't understand, because I lived in the Middle East in 2005. Sam knows this. That 2005 just increased Liverpool fan base by like a big much. That final itself, that run of Liverpool to the final, regardless of where you are, London, Asia, you're like
everyone
Middle
was
East,
Liverpool except Man United fans. That's it.
Like everyone wanted Liverpool to smash that Milan team in the final. Like everyone wanted Liverpool to win that final, so they became Liverpool fans. They're like, oh, we're fucking supporting this team. This team came back from 3-0 behind. We love this team. It happens like this. So I get it. You know what I mean? But in Martin, do you see City winning that game or having, like, objectively?
I don't see them winning at all, which worries me, because that's at times where I'm normally wrong when I'm very confident of something happening in the Premier League. It generally surprises me. So the only reason I'm worried about Liverpool is because they have been improving in their play. But I feel like Slot said something yesterday or the other day where
you know what we're going to see, Martin? The real Verts versus the real Shirky now.
Well, he said playing beautiful football is more important than winning trophies or something like that. Is that a direct quote from Slot, Hussam?
Something similar to this, yes.
Okay.
I have no idea. I don't watch Slot press conferences.
Okay. Well, your manager said that playing beautiful football is more important than trophies and winning.
No, that one we already answered 2 days ago. It's taken out of context completely. That was on the round table. I watched the whole thing. That was taken out of context. He was talking about how miserable fans were at Anfield, and he was actually taking responsibility for his own mistakes. So that, for me, even though I'm Slot out, I'm not going to use it against him because I think it's taken out of context.
Okay. That's something that we got bantered for a long period of time. So I'm worried about you guys dipping into your Wenger bag and not trying to win this game rather than playing beautiful football. But yeah, hopefully Verts and Ekatike can show me why people have rated them so much recently. I haven't been watching all the games, so I don't know. I've only been watching City have a very hard time in the second half.
You know, I watch a lot of Liverpool, Martin. They play fantastic football, okay? The passes, the movement between the line, they play fantastic football. I think the guy, again, Arne Slot, doesn't know that it's not only one way of playing football. Like, he thinks about attack, how they attack in combinations. Defensively, they're wide open. It's unfreaking believable. Like, the midfield, there's no structure to that midfield. And I'm astonished that he doesn't see that you need to have a structure in the midfield. And people, yes, fantastic football. There is a reason why Liverpool have the most positions. They created the most chances, maybe not big chances. You watch Liverpool, Verts and Ekitike, they pass the ball between them. It looks good. They dribble, they do this, they do that. I know that the delivery and the delivery at the end in terms of how they deliver the chance at the end is not there. I think Liverpool, if you're watching Liverpool, the majority of the time, they play good football. They pass the ball, they do these stuff. It's very hard for them to win titles if Arne Slot keeps doing the same shit like this. You know, like, there's no structure, there is no defenders. It's ridiculous.
I saw an interesting piece the other day on how man-to-man football is forcing teams to come up with different solutions, and Pep's and Slot seem to be very high risk. And Pep seems to be overloading the midfield with small midfielders that can pass in diamonds and triangles. And Slot, I think, I don't know. I don't want to judge him too much because I haven't watched them too much, so I won't say too much. But I think that there's interesting stuff going on in football right now to try and solve issues that come from coming up against mid blocks and man-to-man possession and all that.
I actually disagree with you, Aaron. There is a reason why Liverpool's still in the XG were one of the highest teams up there just weeks ago.
Look, here's the thing. With Liverpool, it's not a consistent answer. You are right and are not right. There are games where we're fucking shit, and there are games where we're very creative. Like the Burnley game as an example. I posted out a video after saying that it's not the fault of Arne Slot because we had a lot of chances. The game, as an example, against Spurs, even though we won, we were dreadful, Mo. So there are games where we do play beautiful football, and there are games where we're shit. There is no real correct answer to this. It's like this and like this, both.
But most of the time when I watch Liverpool, I think you get the ball, like the attacking players, they have the good touches here and there, they do the good plays, and then it's just Gakpo get in the right place and completely shank like the shot or something like this. Salah get in the right place. So they play very good football. It gets to Salah. Salah is isolated. And then he can dribble. Like Wirtz, he get in the right pocket and stuff and he fuck up that pass. You know what I mean? So the football is not bad. The problem is that at the end, maybe the movement, maybe that is the problem with you.
It's kind of like our situation where I feel like we're getting like a 5 out of 10 from the potential of our attack. I think Liverpool in the same kind of way. You know that the players are capable of more. When you put them together, they're just not constantly delivering more than like a 6 out of 10 or something like that. You know?
Thank you. I think that you know, like they are getting less than the potential attacks. Liverpool, they're getting way less. Right. But let alone the defense, how wide open they are when on transition. Here is, and I explained this morning about Liverpool.
The Newcastle game was the best game I've seen Liverpool play in a really long time, Mo.
Because you delivered. But let me tell you,
played beautifully as well. Like,
I'm gonna tell you the difference between Arsenal and everyone else in the league, right? Liverpool have everyone at Liverpool is a risk taker. Gakpo is a risk taker. Ekitike is a risk taker. Salah is a risk taker. Wirtz is a risk taker, right? So by definition, 50% of their passes will not go. It's similar like Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes will give you 8 long balls. Only 4 of them will go through, and the other 4. But the 4 that will go through will create a chance. Pep Guardiola back in the days didn't have risk takers as much. He used to play pop, pass back, let's keep the ball. When we create the chance when it's 90% a chance. Arsenal now is the same. That's why, hence Liverpool, you watch them now, they get the ball in the right place. Wirtz is trying the toughest pass on the pitch because he wants Ekitike to be a tap-in or a one-on-one. And it doesn't come through. Transition, and Liverpool are wide open, and they look like shit. Why? Because you don't have a DM, because Gravenberch was supporting the attack. Right? So they have nobody. I think Arne Slot is not realizing that risk-taking football requires a little bit of defensive solidity more than this. You have to have a DM.
The balancing act that every manager faces, where they're like, I must win this game. I must not get scored against. I must attack and score goals. And the in-between point is very hard to get right, because everyone's 100%. Like, oh, you should have attacked more, or you should have defended more, or whatever. Yeah. It's easy in hindsight. But I would disagree with one thing you said. I don't think we do the pop, pass back thing. Like, Man City mastered the art of literally, it was like watching a snake charmer. They'll send you to sleep just with their, like, triangles and passing. You just know that you're never getting the ball, so you just stop running, and then that's when they strike and they get through you because you just give it up. We don't do that. We take a little bit more time than most, but for the most part, we don't want to just go up there and throw possession away straight away and be running back and forth like a basketball game. So you've got to try and manage your stamina when you're playing those games.
Yes. Martin, genuine question. Why do you like Martinelli so much? He's only had one good goal, one good season. Respect Portugal, fuck Bruno, sell Gakpo to literally anyone. What?
Sell Gakpo to anyone.
Respect Portugal, fuck Bruno, sell Gakpo. It's crazy.
I think when you've seen
Martin's question, like, oh, what would Liverpool fans say if I said sell Gakpo? Yeah, we'd agree, brother.
I think when you've seen a good season from someone, then you give them a lot of leeway because you know what they're capable of. Same reason why people still think Cole Palmer's very good, even though they saw a flash in the pan from him. Same reason I think Odegaard's good, because I saw some brilliance from him, even though he's not pulling it out right now. So sometimes it's better the devil you know with a player rather than taking a risk buying a new player and ending up with a £70 million signing that you're paying too much money to get rid of for like 3 or 4 years. So there's a trade-off. There's a trade-off.
Everyone was a hater. Fuck Liverpool. Yeah, that's 2005.
Did you guys see the lineup that City posted with their squad? Who saw that on Twitter?
No,
The City
what?
squad that they used to pull up with in the English Premier League. You saw the viral tweet where Piers Morgan was talking about Arsenal having the best squad?
No.
What do you mean? Piers Morgan tweeted that?
Yeah, Piers Morgan tweeted that Arsenal have the best squad, and people posted a picture of the City squad from like when we were competing with them. I still can't believe that people at the time used to ask Manchester City to save football. It's crazy.
Okay, but did they have 17 or 18 players, or did they have 25 players? Like, I think the squad
City had an insane squad back in the day.
It was okay because
So can I see what is it? What are you talking about?
City's second team could have won the City's second team could have probably competed for the Premier League. Yeah, City had like 3-11. Let me try finding it out for you. 1 second.
Do you guys look back on those years fondly as Liverpool fans?
I mean, yeah, because we were coming up against a Goliath.
Okay, but are you glad that kind of level of dominance doesn't exist, or do you wish it was here?
I wish it was me, of course.
Okay, but are you glad Man City aren't that level anymore?
Of course. What the fuck?
Okay, yeah. Because people are saying it's like, the top fell off from what it was, but for anyone that wasn't Liverpool or City, the league was very boring. You just knew one of you guys were going to win. It was probably going to be City. Yeah, there's zero chance of anyone getting close. I don't think I miss having such like a 100 points team in the league, just running through everyone. That was boring.
Can you please tell me did you find the tweet just quickly, because I want to end the show. I want to know the forward line just for them. Just quickly. Just that forward line by itself.
There you go. I fucking found it.
Just tell me the forward line quickly.
I really never forgive the football fans at the time that used to ask this team to save football. Ederson, Walker, Stones, Laporte, Zinchenko, KDB, Gundogan, Foden, Silva, Aguero, Sterling. On the bench, Otamendi, Fernandinho, David Silva, Sané, Mahrez, Jesus.
Can I tell you something? None of the Arsenal front line now get into that squad, bar Jesus at that time. Maybe Saka will get in that squad. Maybe.
I agree.
So Piers Morgan saying that Arsenal have the best squad is genuinely ridiculous, to be honest with you.
I think he's saying from like sheer numbers, because that was only 16 people. That
anyone can have 25 names on the roster.
No, I know, but we don't have just 25 names. We've got 25 pretty good players. We don't have any really good players. We've just got 25 pretty good players. That's the only way we can have the best squad.
Your front line is weak.
Yeah, I don't know. It can be better.
For me, Aguero, Riyad Mahrez by themselves equal all your 7 attackers together.
Yeah, but then they get injured, and it's a matter of going through.
Yes, I get your point. They get injured and stuff, but them two, which is there is quantity. You can have less. Like Liverpool last season might not have the numbers up top, but they had one player that probably equaled the majority of the attacks of the Premier League for that season,
which is a risk.
It's definitely a risk. 100. Oh my god! Because if Mohamed Salah got injured in October or November last season, it would have been game over. So yeah, it's a risk, Martin. I don't disagree with that. That's a fair argument.
Maybe that's the way to go. Quantity over like
Liverpool will win the game. Pep has lost his edge. Big up. Listen, people, I want to thank everyone that joined. Martin, always pleasure to have you here with us. Always fantastic. Wallah al-Azim. Always fantastic having you here. The most objective yet the most loyal Arsenal fan out there to his players.
Delusional.
Absolutely.
What you're trying to say.
I appreciate everyone. Guys, this is going to take you to Dan Potts' channel. He's live right now, talking Arsenal, talking about the lineups. So MHF Raid in his chat, of course. Sam is going live at 10 p.m. UK time, talking all Liverpool. 30 minutes. MHF Raid, guys, in the chat of Dan Potts quickly. And we'll see you guys there. We're out of here, people.